Hi everybody, I'm Nicole Calenda, speech language pathologist, mom, mentor, supervisor, marathon runner, and your voice for possibility. Today's video will be quick and again coming to you from the middle of a pandemic, and the questions that I'm getting from parents right now whose kids are getting speech therapy are, my child won't even imitate right now. How is he or she going to learn if he's not even willing to try to imitate what we're asking him to? And it's a common question and it's a common concern. And for many children, especially those with speech sound disorders, imitation is really challenging. And what we know is that we need that imitation for the child to begin to practice new targets, start feeling comfortable with speech output, start feeling comfortable as a verbal communicator. But in many instances, they're aware of the challenges that they're having and they are anxious, and having them imitate puts them on the spot. So just a couple of things that we can do to make our children feel more comfortable. The first thing that I would tell you in the moment to do is just take the expectation of your child imitating you off the table. What I see is parents, they double down, they triple down. Just say chair. You could say chair, you said it yesterday. And then maybe there's like an aunt or an uncle involved, and it just becomes more and more anxiety provoking for the child. So let's just take the expectation off the table for the time being. It will be put back on the table shortly, but let's just ease everybody, ease the child's concerns, ease your own issues with this, and just expect that this is going to be something you're going to have to work towards. Okay. So the first thing I would do is I would encourage your child to look at you, directly at you, and your lips. Let's say the target word is ball, so you would want to say, honey, take a look at me, take a look at mommy's lips, ball. Now, we know that orienting the child to the mouth of the person who is speaking is really crucial and beneficial to them producing the target on their own. Then I would encourage the child, this is called simultaneous production, to say the word with you. So you would just say, look at me, let's say this together. And then I would take a deep breath, ball. I would hold that initial configuration for just a little bit, like you saw what I just did. I held the B sound, ball. This way the kid's set up to do it with you. It might seem really simple, but you'd be surprised how much more apt they are to doing a simultaneous production than strict imitation. And then what you can do is you can segue that into imitation or solo production. The one thing I want you to be mindful of, and the problem that I see all the time, or the mistake that I see, is that the parents just want the child to say random nouns. Say flower, say tree, I don't know. I want you to think in terms of verbs and not nouns, because verbs are meaningful to a child, right? So think in terms of action words, or another thing, early prepositions, in, on, up, right? These are the words that are going to get them what they want more. Then these are the words that you can very easily put into two-word utterances. Ball, up, right? More, cookie. The other thing to think about is when you are wanting to have your child practice these target words, it's so much better to be doing it in an activity. So let's say the target was ball. Playing with a toy that has balls with it is going to be super helpful. That language learning becomes that much more salient. So as the child is playing with this game and you're having them look at you, maybe it's their turn with the ball, you could have them look at you, you're holding the ball right here, and you could say, honey, you try, say it with mommy, ball. And then it just becomes a much more enjoyable experience, and one that you can really ensure that your child is going to try and that they're going to learn. And then I would take out the, simultaneous production and, have them, can you say that on your own without mommy? Or can you try it again one more time without mommy doing it with you? And then they'll try, right? And then you can reinforce them and give them that ball, which is going to be another thing that will be critical with many kids is how are you setting up reinforcement with them? So how are they getting rewarded for trying something that is challenging for them? If you do it during a game, inherent in the game, they're going to be getting rewarded. So I always like that as well. Anyway, thank you for listening. I'm Nicole, your voice for possibility. Again, today we just talked about a simple way that you could get your child to produce words at home when they are reluctant to imitate. Thanks. Take care.